All right, we are back now with my former co-host, Grace Khachaturian, who has now added the title of author to her resume.
Finally.
Yes. Okay, this has been a little labor of love for you, yes?
Yes, this has been about 2.5, 3 years in the making. But really, it's been collecting stories over a span of probably 10 years and just kind of keeping them in my heart, pondering them, thinking about them, processing them, praying over them, and then putting them on paper. So it's definitely been a very long process. And of course, any writer, any publisher would know, like, there's a lot of editing to it. There's a lot of revisions to it. And honestly, when I published this book, I kind of had a panic attack. I was with my mom in the car on the way to the gym. I was like, did I just spill the beans on every detail of my life? And did I just say way too much? But you know what? It really feels to an extent like a tell-all of my whole heart. But maybe that's the point. Like, maybe that's exactly, I didn't conceal any details of the hard things in life because I feel like that's where people can get the most maybe encouragement, is from the thick of it. And so a lot of this is written from that posture of, like, I'm not hiding any details here, whether it be from like a breakup or whether it be from just not understanding kind of my purpose in certain seasons of life, or coming home from Miss America and seeing the headline that Miss Illinois falls short. No matter what it is, I kind of wrote these stories down in those seasons and then finally have it to offer.
Well,
so.
Yes. Okay, do you want to share one of the stories that's in the book? It's okay?
Yeah, so I will say, like, we talk about so many different things in this, like, especially if you have a daughter, or if you're someone who is maybe going to college soon, or just got out of a relationship, or is in a relationship. My heart is for, I think, specifically like high school, college girls, but anyone could sit down and take something away from this. But a story that I'll tell because I think it's hilarious, but also just speaks a lot of this book. My family decided that we should all become scuba divers.
Oh, I remember the story in the
Yes. I would never intentionally put my head underwater ever. But I decided, okay, they're doing it, I'll do it too. And we had to do a couple different tests to be able to prove that we could progress and then, you know, eventually get our certification. But one of the tests that we had to do was take our face mask off underwater, like 24 feet down on the bottom of an Illinois lake. Sounds like a nightmare to me. We happened to do it in late October.
So it was quite cold.
It was sleeting. It was freezing. I seriously, anytime I tell this story, I always say, like, I would have rather woken up and taken the ACT, like, probably 4 times in a row than do this one task, because I just was so scared. Because I'm a nose breather, and as a nose breather with a snorkel, that doesn't always go well if we take the snorkel off. So I was at the bottom of the Illinois lake, knees on the ground, and finally it was my turn to take my face mask off. So I had my air source, my regulator, in my mouth. I removed my face mask, and for a second I just sat there and took a few breaths, because I wanted to know, in the culmination of all my fear and anxiety around that moment, that I could still realize that I could still find breath, that I could still find peace, that I could still realize that in the thick of all of that, I could still just be. And I take that posture. Thankfully, I don't have to ever do that test again. But I will take the posture I learned there with my knees on rock bottom, realizing the culmination of all fear and anxiety, you can still find breath. You can still find hope. So that's just one. That is a really good look at the format of this book, is like stories that tie into postures that maybe we can carry with us. A salad bar is one of them. Like, sometimes we want what we can't reach, but sometimes there's a lot of good right in front of us. So this book definitely speaks to relatable moments that you've probably been through, and moments you might find yourself in, and remembering the wisdom in those moments.
Yes. Well, I love it, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
People can actually come meet you, get a copy of the book, because you have a launch party set.
That's right. Sunday, April 7th at Yo-Yo's there in Mahomet. It's absolutely adorable. We're having it kind of as a come and go, 1 to 3 p.m. We're going to have a little tour of the book, so you can walk around in a little guided tour, get to know why I wrote the book. We can chat. I'd love to give you hugs. There will be books available, and also lots of sweet treats. And it'll just be fun. You can just come hang out. Even if you already have a book, just come hang out.
Yes. So. Well, that will be me, because I have a book, and I'm going to have you sign it.
You can just stand right next to me.
Yeah. It has been such a joy to have you back in the seat, even if we're flip-flopped in our chairs
I know.
today.
I was like, I'm in the wrong chair.
But we miss you. But we're so happy for you, and just can't wait to see the future for Grace Khachaturian.
Thank you,
and
Heather.
following you on social media, of course, because we have to know what's going on with you and Jacob.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Yes, definitely. There's a look at Grace's Instagram page where you can learn more. We'll have a link to that, as well as details on how you can get a copy of her new book, Where Books Are Sold, and you can make plans to attend that launch party next month. We'll connect you. CILiving.tv.